Hi everyone. To start out, I want to say this is not truly blind faith. I'm posting on the same channel because that has to do with faith, but it's more of a story time. So sit back and relax. I want to tell 3 stories. One of them's about a dream I had. One of them's about the beginning of this YouTube channel. And one of them's a story that I've heard from someone else. These stories all have to do with messages from God in our life or information about God. The first story I have happened to me probably 4-5 years ago. I was sleeping in bed one night, and all of a sudden I felt this presence in with me. I had just bought this nice cross to wear on my neck. I should wear it for one of my videos soon. So in the dream I was holding onto this cross, and it's a nail cross. It's 2 nails fused together, kind of. And in the dream, I'm sitting there holding it, and I can just feel this large, peaceful presence in the room with me. Someone was in the room with me. Someone that I felt like I knew real well. Someone that I loved. And all of a sudden, I could just feel my hand was being closed around this cross necklace. And I heard these words. They still mean a lot to me. The words were, "This is not complete." And I'd just been thinking about if I wanted to get my cross blessed. I wanted to get blessed soon. And all of a sudden I had this dream and told me that this cross was not complete yet. So that next Sunday I brought in, had it blessed, and I felt much better. I felt like God was with me more. God's always with us. God's always around us. But just that blessing of that cross made me feel much better. Made me feel like God was with me more. Sometimes actions just like that, especially after receiving a sign like that, pay attention to some of your dreams about God, because God sometimes sends you signs like that. The second story I want to tell happened to me recently. Actually, to be exact, it would have been August 1st, the day before I start these YouTube videos. I was sitting at my desk chair, and all of a sudden, I want to make a YouTube video. I'd met someone at Lear Dogs and made them, and I realized that I could do it. And I was trying to figure out what I would want to make a YouTube video about. Kind of like joking around and stuff, so I was like, oh, do I want to do comedy, or do I want to do something that encourages other people? And all of a sudden, I'm sitting at my desk thinking about this, and I kind of get this message in my head, these words in my head, and they go, if you can get one more person to God's table, these YouTube videos are a success. And I'm sitting there going, oh, that was kind of a very important message, kind of telling me that if I can get one more person to God's table, if I can help one more person find God, find their faith, that these videos and life in general was a success. If you're able to help one more person find God, one more person find Jesus, or even help one more person in a hard situation, it's a success. And so then I'm walking around the house playing up my speech, and I sit down, I spend 15-20 minutes writing up this really long speech. I don't know if you guys have noticed before, probably, because I like saying and stuff. But I do not plan my speeches out in advance. But this first one, Blind Faith, week 1, I had my speech written out. I spent all this time writing it out. I sat down to braille it up. I read Braille because I'm blind. And I sit down to braille it up. And go to type the first word, go to push down the buttons, and I realize I can't do it. I kind of got that same message in my head now. And I could feel God with me. And I could feel Him telling me, I will tell you what to say. You do not have to worry about writing up a speech. I will tell you what to say. And I felt like so far in all my videos, He has. When I have my pauses and mistakes and stuff, it's because I feel like that there's like a pause in my mind where it's slowed down. But I do not plan out my speeches, and some of the time I can only give a real rough summary. I mean, I can give a summary of what I talked about, but I would not be able to even come close to saying word for word. I feel like God is helping me figure out what to say. The ideas flow out of me. A lot of the ideas come up brand new to me while I'm talking. So I feel like this has been a true statement. God told me He'd tell me what to say, and He has so far. He has helped me out. Without God, I cannot do these videos, and I cannot help other people. On to the third story I have. This story is about a relative of mine. Didn't know him very well, but a relative of mine passing away. I just heard this story recently. I knew he passed away a while ago, but I just heard this story today from a family member. And they said that they'd heard from someone, because this relative died flat on his face. He fell on his face when he died. And all of a sudden I learned that people that are terminally ill sometimes will stand up as they're dying. These people struggle to move. They have no reason to get up, but yet they are found dead on their face, like they got up to go somewhere. And there's a paramedic that told my family member that it's been kind of proven that these people are reaching for someone coming down from heaven. They stand up, they use up the last of their strength to stand up and extend their hands upwards, trying to reach for this. Nobody knows who it is, if it's Jesus, a beloved family member that's passed away. And they use all their strength doing this, and they pass away and fall on their face. So, when you hear about someone being found dead and laying on their face, picture them reaching up to heaven, reaching for God, reaching for Jesus, because that might have been their last action they ever did. This story kind of had a profound impact on me, because I realized just kind of how close we are to God, how close we are to death. It can happen at a moment's notice, and all you can do is reach for the person who comes for you with both hands. This is the first interpretation of this story. I came up with this kind of alternate interpretation. When people are found flat on their face dead. In the Bible, it talks about when people are in the presence of God, that they go flat on their face and beg for forgiveness or ask God for help or forgiveness. So I came up with an alternate idea that maybe these people, God came to them as they died, and they threw themselves on their face to ask for forgiveness. But this was when their spirit was still in their body, just leaving their body. So their body went to the floor. And that was their sign that they'd seen God. They are in God's hands, and that God is bringing them to heaven. Thanks for watching. I'm going to share these stories every once in a while. It's not going to be on a regular day, not like Blind Faith. This is just, I'll call it Stories with Jake Kruger, or Stories About Faith with Jake Kruger, we'll say. And you can watch out for these. I probably won't share them real often, maybe once a month, once a year, something like that, because I don't get these stories often. But if you come up with a good story that you've heard from someone or that's happened to you, feel free to email me at jkruger.blindfaith@gmail.com and tell me the story. Let me know if you want your name included or not. in the story. I can include names if you'd like. I want your permission before I do, though. So if you don't say anything about including the name, I will not include your name. And yeah, so just let me know the stories. When I get 2, 3, 4 of them built up, I will share them with everyone, because these stories about God are meant to be shared with others to help others in hard situations. Thanks for watching. Have a good week. See you on Friday.